government has extended lockdown for further 2 weeks beyond the 4th of May, issues new guidelines to regulate different activities based on risk profiling of districts into red, green and orange zones. Health Ministry categorizes 130 districts in the red zone, 284 in orange and 319 in the green zone. All metro cities including Delhi and Mumbai are declared as red zone. Containment areas to include red and orange zones will have intensified surveillance protocol with contact tracing and house-to-house surveillance. Also to have provision for home and institutional quarantine of high-risk persons. All economic activities to begin across green zones except those prohibited nationally. Home Ministry allows all goods traffic without any pass requirement. Indian Railways running Shramik special trains after government allows movement of migrant workers, tourists, students and others stranded at different places. Prime Minister Narendra Modi discusses COVID-19 pandemic with Prime Minister of Thailand Prayut Chan-o-cha, says the two countries will work together to deal with the multifarious challenges posed by the pandemic. Active COVID-19 cases across India rise to 26,167 with 9,950 recoveries and 1,218 fatalities. Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh remain the worst hit. Health Minister urges all to follow social distancing norms at all times. And coronavirus cases continue to spiral up across the world as well. Infections worldwide crossed 33 lakh with over 2.38 lakh deaths. US grants emergency approval to experimental drug remdesivir for COVID-19 treatment. Namaskar, you're with the latest right here on DD News and DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Now, after a comprehensive review and in view of the lockdown measures having led to significant gains in the COVID-19 situation in the country, the Ministry of Home Affairs of the Government of India has issued an order under the Disaster Management Act 2005 to further extend the lockdown for a period of 2 weeks with effect from the 4th of May 2020. The MHA also issued new guidelines to regulate different activities in this period based on the risk profiling of the districts of the country into red, green and orange zones. These guidelines have permitted considerable relaxations in districts falling in the green and orange zones. Now, the Indian Railways is operating Shramik special trains to move stranded labourers, pilgrims, tourists and students around the country. Following the request of various state governments, Shramik trains are being operated to ferry the stranded persons from different parts of the country. Tickets would not be issued to any individual passenger or groups, and it will allow only those passengers whom the state government officials are bringing to railway stations to board. The state government would be the final authority to decide who will travel. Earlier, the MHA also allowed movement of stranded persons such as students, migrant workers, tourists, pilgrims and others via rail as well. Let's now get you the latest update on COVID-19 situation in the country. Well, the number of active cases of COVID-19 in India have now risen to 26,167. 9,950 people have recovered so far from the pandemic, and the country has reported a total of 1,218 fatalities so far. Maharashtra remains the hardest hit state with 11,506 cases, nearly 30% of the country's caseload. Now, 122 personnel of the 31st Battalion of the CRPF located in Mayur Vihar in Delhi have been found to be COVID-19 positive. All 480 people posted in the battalion are currently in quarantine. However, test reports of 368 Jawans have come so far, while reports of 112 are being awaited. Meanwhile, one CRPF sub-inspector died due to COVID-19 on Tuesday. Indian Naval Hospital Shiv Patanjali, which is at the front line in treating COVID-19 positive patients from the Uttar Kannada district, has contributed its might towards making the district COVID-19 free. The last COVID-19 patient walked out of the Naval Hospital in good health and spirits after he was discharged on Thursday. INHS Patanjali had provided quality care and ensured speedy recovery of all 9 COVID-19 patients admitted to the hospital since the 24th of March this year. The first group of COVID-19 positive patients were admitted at the hospital on the 28th of March. A tireless team of doctors, nurses, medical and support staff ensured 24/7 care to the COVID-19 patients. Discharging of the last COVID-19 patient from INHS Patanjali was also coincided with the Uttar Kannada district being declared an orange zone, which is a vital milestone in the fight against COVID-19 and indicative of the contribution of the hospital in ensuring a COVID-free Uttar Kannada. Now, the Delhi police is proving to be no less than a messiah for the people residing in West Delhi. Amidst coronavirus epidemic, they are delivering medicines to ailing senior citizens, providing essentials on just a call. What makes the entire effort special is that they even try to make special days more special by celebrating them, especially for those who have no one else to share their happiness with.
This is Chanda, a resident of Janakpuri in West Delhi. 70 years is not the age to stay alone, but lockdown has left no options for her. Children live in another city, daughter lives with husband in Dwarka, and the only support she has is the Delhi police. They are helping her in all possible ways, even by celebrating her birthday.
पुलिस वाले हमारी बहुत मदद करते हैं और फ़ोन करके भी पूछते हैं कि बहन जी आपको किस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है, जहाँ आपको कुछ चाहिए, जहाँ आप ठीक ठाक हो, ये सब.
There are over 6,136 senior citizens like Chanda in West Delhi. Out of the total, over 2,790 such citizens reside in Rajouri Gardens subdivision alone. 24th March, when the lockdown began, Delhi police visited their homes over 11,116 times and over 11,947 times called them to know about their well-being. 41 of them were those who were provided medicines, milk, dry ration and mask-like facilities were ensured. Senior citizen Sarvanand Singh, resident of Subhash Nagar, validated police's claims.
लॉकडाउन में उनकी काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम्स है. सीनियर सिटीजन सारे कुछ न कुछ बीमारी होती है, किसी को डायबिटीज़ है, हाइपरटेंशन है, तो उनको दवाइयाँ दिलाना से लेके उनका हॉस्पिटल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, उनकी कोई भी इशू थी, उनकी फूड रिलेटेड इशू, हमारे बीट कांस्टेबल्स ने इस दौरान 11,116 विजिट्स करी है सीनियर सिटीजन्स को इस तरह की हेल्प करने की.
और मैं कई बार हेड को फ़ोन आते रहता है, कभी वहाँ से फ़ोन था, हाँ भी कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आपको. मैंने कहा नहीं, हमारा सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट सब हमारी देखभाल कर रहे हैं.
Delhi police had a special dedicated senior citizen cell which works for the safety and well-being of the senior citizens of Delhi. Delhi government has made 1077 or 1077 the COVID-19 helpline number for senior citizens in the national capital. Dheeraj Singh's report, DD News, New Delhi.
And the special cell of the Delhi police has registered a case of sedition against chairperson of Delhi Minority Commission, Zafrul Islam Khan, for a controversial social media post. The FIR was registered against Khan on the 30th of April under Section 124A, which is of sedition, and 153A, that's related to promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race or place of birth. After the police received a complaint against Khan's post, the remarks were posted by Khan on Tuesday but deleted after some time. Later, Khan also sought an apology while the BJP demanded his removal from the commission. In Rajasthan, 45 fire tenders have been pressed into service to sanitize Jaipur. Vishal Baristo brings this ground report on how Corona warriors are combating the spread of coronavirus in the city.
Sanitization of colonies has been increased in Jaipur as the virus spreads, and I have with me Prakash Javadekar, who is also a Corona warrior. Let's talk to him and find out. Prakash जी, ये बताइए कि आप कितनी बारी सैनिटाइज कर रहे हैं?
सर कम से कम 1.5 महीना हो गया. और कम से कम 40 से 45 गाड़ियाँ दिन रात लगी है फायर ब्रिगेड की, और हर गली हर मोहल्ले हर कॉलोनी में हम छिड़काव कर रहे हैं। एक भी घर नहीं छूटना चाहिए, हर जगह पहुँच रहे हैं हम।
आजकल इसकी जो छिड़काव की जो गति है वो भी तेज़ कर दी गई है,
बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ कर दी है। जैसे जैसे हमें पॉजिटिव टेस्ट ज़्यादा मिलते हैं उस हिसाब से ज़्यादा कर रहे हैं।
कितनी बार आप सैनिटाइज कर रहे हो एक कॉलोनी को?
एक कॉलोनी को 3 से 4 बार हो चुका सर।
3 से 4 बार। और आप अपने आप को कैसे सेफ रख रहे हो?
सर हमारे पास पूरा सामान है, पूरा किट है।
और कितनी गाड़ियाँ लगी हुई हैं?
40 से 45 गाड़ियाँ लगी है सर इसमें।
So there you heard from the Corona warrior himself. 45 fire brigades have been pressed into service so that me and you are safe in Jaipur. And also all those who are watching this video, you should praise people like these who are fighting day and night for us so that we all are safe. Vishal Baristu for DD India, Jaipur.
An artist from Madhya Pradesh has made a beautiful stone art to pay tribute to T.R. Devendra Chandravanshi of Indore, who lost his life fighting the battle with coronavirus. He also paid tributes to all frontline COVID warriors who are working tirelessly in the battle against the virus. Initially, the artist planned to make photographs of Devendra on paper with messages he got from across the world, but later on he received a suggestion from Tatapati Bakhal to create this with stones. The artist liked the suggestion and started making mural art from stones. Having worked for more than 12 hours for 7 days, the artist created 50 pieces of artwork. Now, in an effort to ensure that the nationwide lockdown does not compromise with health and sanitation facilities, special menstrual hygiene kits are being distributed to the economically disadvantaged and migrant women in Karnataka. She warriors and senior women officers reporting from Bangalore City Police's Corona Control Room have stepped in to help women in distress and provide them with comfort by literally becoming their pad women.
The Corona Control Room's task force have a special task to perform, and these she warriors led by Malavika Avinash are reaching out to women for a different purpose. Her team, comprising of young women professionals, are distributing hygiene kits made for needy women. Distribution of the hygiene kits is an all-women's affair with private talks, discussions and giggles when it comes to menstrual health. Malvika even discusses the general hygiene issues with women over the mic. She also explains to them about the safe methods of disposal of the sanitary pads. The hygiene kits given to the women contain sanitary pads, sanitizers, soap and inner wear.
Initially, when we started work a few weeks ago, it was more related to hunger, to ensure that nobody goes hungry. Now subsequently I realized that half the population of the migrant workers or the daily wagers, the construction workers are women and children, right? There's a large population of children. Here there are 250 members, of which 100 are women and about 40 are children. So it's important that we concentrate on women and children's health. So what we thought is that we should work on their nutrition, we should work on their sanitary hygiene.
So far, over 10,000 pads have been distributed since the beginning of the lockdown. Corona Control Room has even helped about 10 women safely deliver their babies and reached out to them to maintain good health.
We are doing it in two ways. So one is we give information, a little bit of knowledge in terms of how they can use whatever product they're using, because we also don't want to push one particular product. If they're using cloths, then how best they can use. If they're using sanitary pads, how best they can use. And then if they're using sanitary pads, we're giving them sanitary pads, because cloth is something they still have at this point in time, right? So that is in terms of menstrual hygiene, and we're also helping them with how many of our hygiene kits we can, apart from the sanitary napkins, in terms of sanitizers or soaps and masks, etc.
She warriors ensure that the women's menstrual health is maintained well even during the lockdown. Their job does not end with distribution of just sanitary pads, but they also give them packets like this which contains ragi malt. Now ragi malt is very essential because it is during this crucial period that the women need ragi malt, because this gives them calcium and enough iron. So these ragi malt packets are also being distributed to menstruating women and also to pregnant and lactating mothers here in these camps.
These she warriors in Bangalore are led by senior women officers DCPs Rohini Sepat and Nisha James, who began the distribution of sanitary pads to the migrant women by identifying needy women in each police station's limits. Both the officers chalked out a strategy and found out that there are at least 30,000 migrant women in the city. The women's police stations in Bangalore go around and distribute a set of sanitary pads with conditions applied, which is practicing social distancing and compulsorily wearing of masks. We know women need this help and they cannot afford to go out and get pads as the shops are far away and they have no money. For women like Gayatri and Jyoti, migrant laborers from North Karnataka, She Warriors is a boon. Gayatri is shy to discuss the menstrual health issues with anyone, but she says that the She Warriors interact and make them comfortable. It helped us a lot in this crisis and all young girls are benefited too. Similar efforts are being carried out by DCs along with Red Cross Society in other districts in the state. The lockdown has definitely made several women rethink and rework on menstrual hygiene issues, and the Corona She Warriors are providing relentless hygienic support to them in the crisis. Aisha Khanam's report, DD News, Bangalore.
President Ramnath Kovind, in an exclusive interview with a Hindi daily, talked about the current crisis of coronavirus. The President praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi for taking bold steps to contain the coronavirus outbreak and also proving to be a powerful leader in enduring the pandemic with vigor and strength. The President spoke highly of the Chief Ministers as well, as they strictly complied with the Centre's advisories and effectively applied those in their respective states. He further added that the strength and strategy with which India has tackled this pandemic is commendable and our efforts can be viewed as India model. The President also cited the statistics which depict that the India model is effective. He said, following the mantra of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and live and let live, India has provided medicines to more than 100 countries. In this regard, he said that from economic globalization, India will now progress towards health globalization. The President also laid down his belief that India will emerge as a winner as it comes out to be economically independent. The President also underlined the importance of our democracy and said that the coronavirus period has shown the importance of strengthening our democratic roots in many ways. In an unidentified epidemic like coronavirus, the transparent nature of work is proving to be of immense benefit to society. With the current crisis underway, nature is once again sending the message that protection of mankind depends on the earth and the environment, and human is subject to nature. Now, fake stories do not hold ground for long. In order to keep such rumors at bay, every day we're getting you some Mythbusters. The first one we're taking up today has been a fake piece of news from Jammu and Kashmir. It was claimed by a news portal, Greater Kashmir, that the centre has shifted service matters of employees of J&K and Ladakh to Chandigarh CAT. While the truth is that CAT bench will continue sittings in J&K to dispose of service matters of central government employees. The second myth is related to a claim made through a WhatsApp message which says that the government is providing 4,000 rupees as loan, in fact a scholarship for English medium students to study at home digitally. A link has been provided to apply for the scholarship, while the truth is that there is no such scheme under the central government. And the last one we're creating awareness about is related to a social media claim that free masks are being distributed by the government under PM Mask Yojana. A link is also provided here for placement of orders, while the truth is that there is no such scheme and the link is fraudulent. We request all citizens not to spread fake news and also refrain from falling into such traps laid by nefarious perpetrators. Now, 200 new mandis from 7 states joined the ENAM platform on Friday for marketing agricultural produce. These include 94 mandis of Rajasthan, 27 of Tamil Nadu, 25 each from Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, 16 mandis from Odisha, 11 from Andhra Pradesh and 2 from Karnataka. This will bring the total number of ENAM mandis in the country to 785. This is the first milestone achieved in the path of integrating 415 new markets across the country. It's for the first time that Karnataka state has been added to the list of ENAM states. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said that by the end of this month, there will be around 1,000 mandis that will be joining the ENAM platform. He said Prime Minister's vision of using technology for the benefit of farmers will soon be realized. ENAM has come a long way, with 1,66 lakh farmers and 1,28,000 traders having been registered on the ENAM platform. It facilitates trade beyond mandi and state borders. And Prime Minister Modi had a discussion with the Prime Minister of Thailand, Prayut Chan-o-cha, on the current situation due to the coronavirus pandemic. Prime Minister Modi said that issues discussed related to COVID-19 pandemic with good friend Prayut official. As neighbors with deep-rooted historical and cultural links, India and Thailand will work together to deal with the multifarious challenges posed by this present crisis. Now, aired again after 33 years, Ramayana has set a world record by becoming the highest viewed entertainment program globally. The re-telecast of the TV show started on Doordarshan National in March, soon after Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced a nationwide lockdown to contain the spread of novel coronavirus. Union and Minister Prakash Javadekar wrote to Prem Sagar, who is the son of the creator of the epic show Ramanand Sagar. The minister wrote that the re-telecast of the Ramayana was our wish during the COVID-19 lockdown. I am grateful to your family for helping us in fulfilling this wish. 40 years back, when Ramayana was launched, not many people had access to television. At present, the situation is different, as at least 18 crore people use television. The generation of today had not seen the grandeur of Ramayana before re-telecast of Ramayana. It has made it possible for new generation to finally watch it. The older generations were able to reminisce their memories. Ramayana became the most popular show globally. Ramayana also became the most watched show on the 16th of April across the world. Over 7 crore 70 lakh people watched the serial and liked it. I thank the whole team of Ramayana serial on behalf of Doordarshan. Congratulations to all. Now, the US government has given a grace period of 60 days to H-1B visa holders and green card applicants who've been served notices for submission of various documents in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's being seen as a major relief for professionals and immigrants from countries like India. The US Citizenship and Immigration Services has said that 60-day grace period for responding to its requests will include requests for evidence, continuations to request evidence, notice of intent to deny, notices of intent to revoke, notices of intent to rescind, and notices of intent to terminate regional investment centers, and filing date requirements for Form I-290B, notice of appeal or motion. The USCIS can issue a maximum of 65,000 H-1B work visas every year to highly skilled foreign workers. It can issue an additional 20,000 H-1B visas to those who have obtained master's or higher degrees from an American educational institution. Under the existing law, the US can issue a maximum of 1,40,000 employment-based green cards every year with a per-country cap of 7%. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said that Canada is banning the use and trade of assault-style weapons immediately. Trudeau cited numerous mass shootings in the country, including the killing of 22 people in Nova Scotia on the 18th and 19th of April. He announced the ban of over 1,500 models and variants of assault-style firearms and other weapons that have been used in a number of mass shootings in the United States. Now, North Korea's state news agency KCNA reported that leader Kim Jong-un attended the completion of a fertilizer plant in a region north of the capital Pyongyang in the first report of his public activity since the 11th of April. The agency reported that Kim cut a ribbon at the ceremony on Friday, and those attending the event gave a thunderous applause for the supreme leader, who is commanding the All-People General March for accomplishing the great cause of prosperity. In the photos, Kim was seen smiling and talking to aides at the ribbon cutting, and he also toured the plant. There had been speculation about Kim's health after he missed the birth anniversary celebrations of state founder Kim Il-sung on the 15th of April. And that's all we have in this edition of Tracking COVID-19, in fact, of Midday News. But before we wrap up, we leave you with this song, which has been dedicated to all frontline COVID warriors.
हर मुश्किल से टकराता हूँ, जो ठान लूं वो कर जाता हूँ। मैं अपनी पर जब आता हूँ, तो वक्त से भी लड़ जाता हूँ। बेहद जिद्दी इंसान हूँ, मैं असली हिंदुस्तान हूँ। मैं सच्चा हिंदुस्तान हूँ, मैं असली हिंदुस्तान हूँ। मैं सच्चा हिंदुस्तान हूँ, मैं सच्चा हिंदुस्तान हूँ। ये मुश्किल थोड़ी है, मैंने चट्टान निचोड़ी है। हर दिक्कत को जीता मैंने, बाधा की बाह मरोड़ी है। मैं साहस का अभियान हूँ, मैं असली हिंदुस्तान हूँ। मैं सच्चा हिंदुस्तान हूँ, मैं असली हिंदुस्तान हूँ। मैं सच्चा हिंदुस्तान हूँ, मैं सच्चा हिंदुस्तान।